Hello. Would like to welcome everyone to the first platform podcast here on the Suncoast. I'm your host, Josh Clark, and I'm joined today by our inaugural guest, senior wide receiver and athlete, over 6'5", over 200 pounds, 3.2 GPA. Our man Noah here. I'm going to allow Noah to help me. My pronunciation skills have fumbled a bit, so I'll let him say his last name for you. But Noah, can you introduce yourself to the crowd?
Hello, I'm Noah Chieffo, class 2026, wide receiver. Play for Riverview High School.
Sarasota Riverview. And certainly through 4 weeks of this season, Noah is performing an all-state level, has come out of the gate. When we made our introduction, Noah made it known to me this is an all-out effort this season. And after I believe it was the first or second game of this season, we highlighted Noah for the highlight of the week. Probably one of the highlights that can compete for, best highlight of this season. And we commend him for that all-out effort and hustle, the determination on that play. And then last week, not this past Friday, but the week ago, broke the single game record for most receiving yards at a storied high school program. And to give everyone perspective, Noah, for those that may be learning about Sarasota Riverview, I imagine you had to understand when you broke that record, that was a notable accomplishment, right? Meaning that's a lot of years of a lot of talented players that have come through there that 185 yards in a single game, that broke the record. Is that right?
Yeah, that was it was when I saw it, I almost shed tears. I'm not gonna lie, because that's a big accomplishment for me.
Certainly. And to give everyone perspective, essentially Sarasota Riverview in the 1980s and 90s was what, say, Venice High School has been these past 15 years, correct? So it's Sarasota Riverview during the 80s and 90s was winning state championships, putting players at the elite institutions in the country, putting players in the NFL. So certainly there's a storied tradition, and for you now to arrive at Sarasota Riverview and to have created the play you created in that highlight of the week, and then to have followed up the following week after that highlight, right? It was just 1 week later. You broke the single game record, 185 yards. So we're off to a great start, and certainly now we got to finish strong, right? Is that this is just a start, meaning we got.
This is a start. You gotta keep going, keep pushing. I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
Yes, sir. And so and what kind of push do we want to make at Sarasota Riverview this season? What's our team focus? What's our team goals?
Our goals is just our coach says it every day: work as a team, get everything done as quickly as possible, so we learn the plays, get everything down fast, and make sure we ready for the game that week.
Maximize your preparation every week.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what we do every day.
And that's what you're honed in right now, day by day, stacking days?
Yeah, we go through plays every day. I stay after practice with my coaches to go over the plays and what we're getting ready to go over for that week during the game, what we need to get done, what we need to work on, and everything to get done for that game, so we know we're ready.
So let's go back to the start of the season, or really to your introduction to Sarasota Riverview. What has been the growth of the team this first month of the season? Obviously, there's familiarity through the spring and through fall camp, but there are some new pieces coming together, right? And so how much growth have we seen through these first 4 weeks?
A lot. Because when I first came to Riverview, we was just a team that was still getting to know each other because we had a couple new faces, including myself. So we had to build that chemistry back up as a team, including me, because I'm just getting there. So I'm getting to know everybody and everything. But the accomplishment is us seeing new faces and coming together as a team and doing this good in the season right now. Just knowing that we can do that and just keep doing that, we'll be perfectly fine. Just gotta keep going, keep doing the same thing we've been doing.
The time of your arrival also came with the arrival of a new head coach. Am I timing that up correctly?
Yes, sir.
So this is a new regime, first-year head coach currently. I know that was an assistant under the previous head coach. What's been that transition? How has that worked out? I guess, has there been much of a transition, or what? How has that been included in this team's growth this past month?
All the coaches, from my point of view, and I'm pretty sure every other my team would say the same thing. The coaching staff is very I think they're perfect for us. They're getting us what we need. They're giving us the right plays. They're calling the right plays and stuff like that, and they're giving it. I don't know how to say it. They're giving it to the right guys at the perfect time.
They're
So
giving you opportunity.
yeah, everybody they know that everybody doesn't need the ball every single play. They know that we got players all over the field that can make a big time play, and they know what they're doing.
Oh, awesome. Well, Noah, yeah, as I mentioned in our initial conversation, you had made it clear to me that this is an all-out effort this season, and we saw that in the highlight of the week. If we can go back to that play, certainly a turnover occurred in the red zone, right? And meaning we're on the hinge of scoring a touchdown. Is that where we're at in that moment?
Yeah, we were on like the 2 yard line.
What happened?
Single back formation, took the snap under center. I guess somebody slipped through our tackle, made the play. QB fumbled the ball. The DN came and got the ball, started running down the field. I'm still at the 1 yard line. I see him get the ball. I start chasing him down. He starts celebrating. So as soon as he starts celebrating, and that's as I'm getting behind him, I said, "Yeah, ball's mine." Came down. I didn't even want to tackle. I wanted the ball, so I swapped my hand down, took the ball right out. I was trying to stay up and keep going so I can run back and get our yards back, but I tripped and fell. But I got the ball back. But I didn't even know I was running that fast until I looked at the video.
You covered ground, most definitely. And I'd say another, obviously impressive, very impressive to know that you wanted to come through for your team and to get that football back, that also you wanted to let that young man learn his lesson that we always got to finish. Yes. And even more impressively as well, your focus after getting the football back was to get that football right back to the referee, get lined up and get back down and score a touchdown, right? So that's the focus and determination I've seen from you that I told you I appreciate, and certainly that was a very impactful play. And as I mentioned, that's a standard for you to set for your teammates and for others to see that a play can be made anytime, never to give up. And so you had mentioned it's an all-out effort. Obviously, as we stated, you've broken a single game record. You're impressing. You got your head down. We still got a long season ahead. What has been the build-up to get you to this point? What has made this season the all-out effort it needs to be?
I would say everybody on the team. We always talk. Everybody on the team. We always talk. Sometimes we always talk about what we need, where we want to get to, and everybody always says, and I'm glad they say it, but everybody always says we need to get by Venice. Venice, and that's because Venice, basically Venice and Riverview are rivals. So, and if we get past them, puts us in a good spot on where we need to focus on, like playoffs and beyond that. So if we can get past Venice and make sure we keep doing what we've been doing and keep progressing, I think we'll be perfectly fine. But we just need to one game at a time and just make sure we do what we keep doing so we can get to where we need to go.
And to surpass Venice is requiring an all-out effort.
Most definitely. I always tell my teammates sometimes every day I'd be like I'm gonna be on y'all butts Venice week, not just Venice Friday day. I'm all week practice. I'm be on y'all white on rice. I'm so I told them I'm not playing that week.
Well, and to give folks familiarity, certainly as I shared with you, I learned of you at the start of this decade from a former Venice player, the current starting tight end at the University of South Florida, Weston Wolf, had mentioned you as an up-and-comer, someone he saw having a bright future, and certainly know you did get off to a good start with a good freshman year, and then this transitions happened to Riverview, and obviously some things fell through that sophomore junior year, did not get maximized the way you wanted, and we've gotten this new opportunity. And is that what brings this all-out effort, knowing that we have this one senior season in front of us to make the level of statement that we need to go make?
It's my last ride. Gotta make count. Gotta give it my 110%. Make sure I don't no mess ups. Make sure I'm doing what I gotta do.
Academically, you're at a 3.2 GPA.
Yes, sir.
Is that your core GPA?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I so
Okay. And so obviously you understand the academic focus, and how have you seen that translate from academic off the field to your success on the field? Have you seen a translation there for yourself, knowing that you take care of your responsibilities in the classroom? It helps you take care of your responsibilities with
yeah,
football.
most definitely. Because if once I get all my schoolwork done, because school comes first. If once I get all my schoolwork done, that brings all my focus over to football, which is where I be, and that leaves everything out because that's my day right there. School, football, home. Now I'm probably out for the rest of the day.
Yes, sir. And so, yes, you're in a good standing. You're academically qualified. You're obviously putting film together that's catching the attention of coaches. Since the start of this season, have you had college coaches take notice of your film, of what you've done? Obviously, breaking the single game record. Have some coaches now
Yes, sir.
become aware of what?
Yes, sir. My my coaches at the school have called me into the office a couple times and told me about the coaches noticing my film that I post on Huddle, and especially that big time play.
Oh, very nice, and that's how you earn it. And so, what are you looking for in a college? What are you looking for in a university? What is your goals moving forward for what you want to do at the next level? Obviously, we know you want to finish strong here, maximize this season. Where that's in front of you. I know you're staying where your feet are, but as we do in this conversation, as we ponder ahead, do you
Mm.
have an identity of fit for yourself? Do you have an identity of knowing, what fits you well for what you think you need at the next level?
Um, I just if I can get when I get to the next, I'm not. I don't want to jinx it.
You're gonna
If,
get to the next. You're gonna get to the next level.
when I get to the next level, I just hope it. When I choose my school, I just want the school to be. I just want to be a great fit. I want it to be a school that because either way, I'm still gonna be doing school while doing football. So I just want the school to be good for me academically and athletically. So it has. I just want a school that's gonna be good for me both ways, just in case I have something to bounce back on. So I'm not just focusing on one thing and then that messes up and I got nothing on the back end. So I just hope it's. I just want to be a school that I know I'm gonna be straight at both ways.
You want to be well rounded.
Yeah,
You want to grow and be developed.
most definitely.
Yes.
It's
Um, uh,
always. My grandma always said, "Prepare for the worst." So got some stuff on the back end just in case.
and in that mind frame, or when you go on these visits and you start, when you get back on college campuses and start entertaining the opportunity to join one of these respective universities, do you have an idea of what you want to accomplish when you get on a campus? Meaning, do you, I guess, Noah, to ask you, are you aware of how much time you're going to spend with the strength and conditioning staff? Are you, do you, and obviously we know we want to meet the wide receiver coach, we want to meet the offensive coordinator, but, we look at fit as well. We got to look at the people we spend the most hours with. And certainly that involves your support staff in the weight room and in the training room. And those are people very important because they're going to affect you at the start of your day, at the end of your day. That's a common finding for a lot of young guys to know that, once those are the individuals that we spend the most time with. So knowing what you shared, I looked at that as knowing you're a guy that's probably going to do some investigation and know that you are surrounded by people who fit you well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What, as you've probably seen now with the transfer portal and the movement across college football, there's a lot of different journeys and paths a student athlete can take before they reach the end of their college career, and that may involve more than one destination. For yourself, as you look ahead, what do you see the opportunity being, and what would you like the outcome to be for you?
I just wanna get to a school that that I can stay at. I don't want to be bouncing around, going from place to place, school to school. I just want to stay out of school, get that chemistry going with that school, and just because once you get the chemistry going and get everything working and staying at that school for a while, it'll come together. So it'll come together. Even if it's like down here, it'll come together. You just gotta work on it and just not keep bouncing around. I just don't want to. I just don't want to bounce around because plus, not even on the athletic side, like I said before, it's the education side. So I don't want to keep bouncing around and then I still got to focus on education. That's just too much going on when I got football. So,
Understood. Do we have an idea of what we want to study?
um, I'm actually still thinking about that. I've been actually thinking about that real hard.
You have time. You have time, and to look back at what you mentioned for your goal with your outcome. It seems you have an understanding that this is all everything involved is a process. It's all a process, right? It's
Yeah.
we live in a world that maybe seeks instant gratification, but it seems you have a better understanding of understanding that this is a process. And as you said, even if we somehow arrive at the bottom, we have the opportunity to build up to the top. And that's representative of your effort, of what you've shown on your film and will continue to show on your film, of what you're doing to help Sarasota Riverview be a better program, be a better team this season and beyond, leaving that jersey in a better place and staying on that path that we do that at the next level as well, right? So it's been a pleasure, Noah. It's been a pleasure to see your effort, to see your performance this season. Continue at it.
Thank you.
Um, Obviously, a lot of talent here on the Suncoast, a lot of talent here in the Bradenton, Sarasota area. So this will hopefully bring more spotlight and reflection to know there's plenty of good players, and you're a guy standing out. So we'll keep at it and look forward to seeing the finish to this season. All right.
Thank
Thanks, Noah. All the
you.
best.